Hello and welcome to Coffee with Ciara. I actually have coffee today in my cute cup of happy mug that my mama got me for Christmas. We each got like 3 mugs for Christmas. We love mugs. We have one of those like reclaimed wood mug racks with all the little like slots for all your mugs. It's pretty cool. We like it. We like our mugs. We like our coffee. That's why it's called Coffee with Ciara. Although you can be drinking whatever you want. Water, whiskey, whatever you want. Yeah, I have so much to talk about. I really need to start a long form podcast where I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But I try to keep these brief because I don't know why. That's what I did in the past and what I'm still doing. Let me know if you would like to hear me talk more about things, because I can and I will. Just need to find the time. That's the barrier. That's why I'm not talking for an hour a week, because I don't feel like I have the time. But maybe I do, and I can just make the time. Anyway, couple of quick things to share / call out. First is my vision board workshop is happening in just a couple of weeks on Saturday, January 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Ecoda Collective. I'm working on the little workbook, little exercise book. I'll be leading through a couple of meditations and some journaling prompts to kind of help you get settle into the space and get some clarity on what you actually want to put on your vision board, because it's really easy to get overwhelmed with all the things, and vision boards are much more effective, and so are goals generally much more effective if you are able to focus on a few things. You make a lot more progress that way. But and I fall into this trap too. In this day and age, we are expected to be perfect in every aspect of our lives and be making great strides in every aspect of our lives. And that's just not necessary, honestly, or realistic. It's really not how things work. So anyway, the whole vision board workshop, I'll be talking more and more about all of this stuff. And I would love for you to join me. It's here in Chico, Ecoda Collective, and it's $65, which includes all your materials. It includes the workbook. It includes the time and space and snacks and alcohol and non-alcohol beverages. So there will be wine. That's the alcohol. Okay, so there's that. There's only 2 more weeks. One more week. Oh God, 1 more week to sign up. So go sign up, quick. Get your spot. This is the sun. It's very dry in the desert. This is my latest, and again, it's super washed out. This is my latest painting for my Oracle deck, Sacred Southwest, the flora, fauna, and phenomena of the American desert. The sun, giver of life, also destroyer of life. Something that came through to me as I was working on this was the sense that you cannot hide from the sun in the desert. And so maybe it is calling you to address that thing that you have been trying to hide from in your life, whether it's something holding you back, or something that a conversation you need to have, or something that is going to give you actually a lot of relief if you just face it. So that's probably what will end up in the guidebook, some exposition on that. And I have a bonus painting for my Oracle deck. This is the moon. It was, I basically made them I did make them in the same session at the same time, but kind of went back and forth between them. But I love how the moon turned out. I'm much more of a moon girl than a sun girl. Although my symbol of the year is the sun for courage, so I'm trying to embrace the sun a little more. But anyway, I also don't really like full moon energy. it doesn't sit well with me. It gives me anxiety. I don't know. I like the new moon, which is today. Yeah, but the full moon is beautiful. And I really love how this painting turned out. So the moon represents, there's pros and cons to this card. It's hiding. It's sitting in your darkness. Which also can be a really comfortable place to be, and sometimes you do need to rest in that. And acceptance, all good things. But then also, I see the moon as very like rejuvenating and restorative, rest, nighttime and sleep. We all need more sleep, and we're getting better sleep than we're getting. If you are one of those lucky people who has amazing sleep, good for you. We should all strive for that. But yeah, there's the moon. So sun and moon. Those are my latest Oracle deck pieces. And then a couple of, I'm running a print sale on my Instagram. I will share of prints of past work that I'm not going to be reprinting or carrying stock of. I do print on demand for a lot of things, but yeah. But then I also have from the Bazaar, it's in plastic. I'm not going to take it out. Hand embellished, can you see? It's silver and red hand embellished board prints. And these boards are very lightweight and ready to hang, and they're hand embellished. So these are, I forget what they are on sale. They're like $85, I think. Anyway, very nice prints. People couldn't tell them apart from the originals at the Bazaar. So there's a testament to my obsession with getting the photos right of my work. So yeah, those are still available on the website, and then I'll be listing other prints as we go. But yeah, I've been talking about running a giveaway forever because I have a couple other little things left from the Bazaar. I have like a sticker, a mini print, a candle. I want to put them all together and give them away. Maybe. Been talking about doing that forever and just haven't done it. So I think that's all the like physical things I have to talk about, tangible things. All the vision board workshop, that's a tangible thing. That's a thing to spend money on. That's what I mean. Things you can spend money on to support me. I wanted to talk out loud about my latest series, UFOs. Many artists, myself included, find that they don't really know quite why they start a series. And it's only after like talking with people about it and talking about it and thinking about it and spending a lot of time in it that they come up with anything that is coherent. I have that same problem. So I have trouble articulating even into myself, the things that I'm processing as I paint. It's usually after a series is finished that I'm like able to step back and say, oh yeah, this is what this is all about. So I'm trying to, because I'm like in the middle of this series, squarely in the middle, I feel like I have another, dozen paintings left in me for this. I would like to get ahead of that a little bit and talk more. The more you talk about it, the more things kind of solidify. So, but it just requires talking about it. So anyway, here I am talking about it. The UFOs. People ask me why UFOs. I've been asked that many times, and the answer I usually give is I think they look cool, which is valid in and of itself. Visual language is visual. And if it like resonates with you on a gut level, that's enough. But there is more to them, I think, and I think it's interesting that they have shown up after Hazel. So like a theme, kind of reflecting on this last year, something that I've been thinking a lot about is how having a baby makes the world like way scarier in some ways, but it also makes the world way more magical and exciting and wonderful. And like life feels so much more precious, which makes it also feel so much more fragile in a way. Like, I so desperately want to be here now. Whereas before I was like, car accident takes me out. Who cares? Not really. But anyway, there was definitely more nonchalance about life in general. But since having a baby, I have done pretty much a 180 on that. And like everything just feels so magical and so precious, and I want to be here for every minute of it, forever and ever. And to me, the UFOs tap into that feeling a little bit. So many stories, there are the terrifying encounters, you hear about those, but then there's a lot of firsthand accounts of people who have seen UFOs and are terrified but also have this overwhelming sense of calm. It's almost like stories from the Bible of people meeting God, where there's like terror but also great comfort, and like the angels often say, do not be afraid, because they are terrifying otherworldly beings. And so there's this like holding these two things together, this like terror at life, but then this beauty and this wonder and this like sense of belonging, and like we're all supposed to be here, it all matters, holding these two things together. To me, that's what the UFO represents. And I try to capture that in my art, where they, with the whole tractor beam thing, with with the painting underneath, this is a completely finished abstract painting that's underneath here that you can't see, because it's behind what we are used to seeing, what we can perceive, and then the UFO is giving us a glimpse into like so much more than we can perceive, and so much more than we can even handle, maybe. Like there's a reason our brain, or I think it's called the reticular activating system. I may be butchering some of that, but the RAS is what your brain does to focus on what it needs to focus on. If anyone has seen that that video where you're supposed to count how many times the basketball team like passes the ball, and then at the end it asks, did you see the gorilla? It's nuts. Like, this person in a gorilla suit walks through the game and you miss it completely because you're focused on one thing. So anyway, that's all to say, like, there's so much more going on than we can perceive. And to me, having a baby kind of feels like it unlocked a new level of like perceiving the world in this new way. And it literally does change your brain as a woman who gives birth to a baby. It changes like your physical brain in a way to be able to focus on this human, take care of this human, but it also opens it up to magic. So yeah, so I don't know how like coherent that all is, but those are some of my thoughts on why the UFOs. And I just think they're cool, and that's enough. Like I said, a lot of people have responded saying like they are one phrase I loved hearing was life affirming. My work was life affirming, and the UFOs either terrify people or they excite people. And I think that really those are the two biggest responses I got. Like, people are, they're like, ugh, aliens, they're scary, or they're like intrigued and want to know more and talk to me about UFOs. And I think that really cuts to like your outlook on the world, if it's a scary place or if it's a wonderful place, both things can be true, but I do think we have a tendency toward one or the other in the way that we interact with the world. Anyway, again, I could just go on and on apparently. So I should probably write about it or something, or do like a full-on artist talk, virtual artist talk. I could do that too. And I do have a couple of shows coming up. I've got one at day camp for this series in particular. I would love to have this work in a gallery as well at some point in the future. So this is all just, practice for artists talks. You guys get to hear the first draft, the off-the-cuff draft. So anyway, I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being in my orbit. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. I will talk to you soon. Bye. This is how I wave now that I'm a mother. Bye-bye.